Hello friends, I'm Shyam. Winning over others is difficult, but what is more difficult is winning over oneself. You heard it right. Time management is something that people often talk about. But the fundamental question is, what exactly this time management is all about? Logically, can we manage time? No, it is a myth. We can never manage time because time can't be controlled. You can't stop the ticking watch. Time keeps moving. So time management is a myth. However, time management is all about self-management, isn't it? So in this video, let's just talk about very briefly self-management, which is nothing but time management. Because when we know how to manage ourselves, naturally you are able to manage time. But before I tell you fundamental 5 important tips for managing the time, the basic question is, why should we talk about time management? Generally, when we are a student, when you are a student preparing for a competitive exam, you definitely have to be able to manage yourself, naturally managing the time. Or when you are an employee working in an organization, when you have a particular vision in your life, when you have a goal to reach, but when you are equipped with plethora of assignments all around, when you're preoccupied with a lot of things and struggling to align them in the right way, there comes the need of knowing time management skills. Correct? So when you have so many things to do but you are unable to manage them properly, then we talk about self-management or time management. So I would like to talk about 5 things, which I call them the 5 tips to manage yourself or to manage time. Because I have been reiterating on the fact time management is nothing but self-management. So in this video, I would like to talk about 5 tips. Tip number 1. Like I have mentioned before, we all have a goal, correct? We talk about time management or self-management only when we have a goal, only when we have a destination to reach, correct? But my question is, the point number 1 that I have planned to discuss with you is, how strong is your goal? How intense is your passion? Because that is the fundamental motivation, isn't it? So tip number 1 is, check whether your goal is just a mere goal, or your goal is something motivated by others, or your goal is self-made goal, or your goal is just a desire, or is your goal your passion? Yes, passion is a big word. If your goal is a real passion of yours, I think if not today, someday you will be able to manage yourself. So friends, introspect yourselves. Is your goal a mere goal or is a very, very, very great passion? Think about it. Number 2, I always talk about it. Identify your enemies. When I say enemies, identify your threats. Identify the things which are pulling you back and demotivating you. It may be people around you, it may be your inner emotions, or it may be even a simple mobile phone that we carry 24/7. It can be someone without your knowledge who is trying to pull you back, not with a bad intention, of course, and many more. Sometimes even our family also can be a part of that. So identify your threats. Identify A, B, C, D, E. What is making me not to do what I want to do? I want to do something, but I am not able to do it. Why? Identify your threats. And point number 3, my dear friends, identify your strengths. There is no creature on the earth without some unique skill. What is that? Identify your strengths and start nourishing them much better. Sharpen your skills 100 times manifold. Because The stronger your skills are, the weaker your threats are going to become. I repeat, the stronger your skills are, the weaker your enemies are going to become. Your threats get weaker and weaker. So identify your strengths and start focusing on them. Naturally, your threats will get weakened. And yes, my dear friends, point number 4 is very simple: self-motivation. When I say self-motivation, it's very important because sometimes in our lives we get complacent. What is complacent? We get lazy, we become passive, we just go down and out for no reason or because of some unknown reasons. So self-motivation is something very important. The biggest problem is when someone is motivating us, yes, we are motivated. But motivation from others is not going to last forever. It's going to be lasting for few minutes. Or as long as the motivation is happening, we are motivated. No. Self-motivation is important. How do you self-motivate is up to you. Probably you talk to yourself great things, you read about great people, you watch the videos about successful people, or you meet wonderful people around you who are successful or who are inspiring, and so on. Some or the other way, motivate yourself. And the most important, last but not the least, tip number 5 is, my dear friends, at least have one day planner. When I say one day planner, what do I mean? I should know today my tomorrow's programs. Again, I'm saying, when I say one day planner, don't get confused with schedule. I don't believe in schedules. In our personal lives, I don't believe in schedules. Schedules may work only in the offices. But as far as our personal lives are concerned, 100% crystal clear schedules don't work. I'll explain it clearly. Some people try this way. Tomorrow morning, I will wake up at 4:30 or 5, and every minute what they want to do, they will write on a piece of paper. Do you think it will work? No, right? If you want, you can try. It may work, but not every day. It may work for 1 or 2 days, then it doesn't work because, like I have said in the beginning of the video, you may not be able to manage the circumstances around you. So managing time, managing the people may not be easy all the times. Then naturally it doesn't work, and when it doesn't work, you are disappointed, and then you feel, I think I can't do it anymore. No. Scheduling your life cannot work. But what I'm saying is, schedule your programs. Tomorrow I have to do these things. Before I go to bed tomorrow, these 5 things are my minimum planning tomorrow. So what happens is, when you plan the things, you can do it in any feasible time that you have, rather than restraining yourself to a certain time, which will lead to stress. I hope I'm making it clear. So rather than trying to schedule the things in the prescribed time, which may or may not work, give yourself the liberty. Your goal should be always realistic. Don't have too much of self-constraint, which will end just getting you stressed. So one day planner is must. When I say one day planner, just fix tomorrow, these are the things I have to do. In what time is up to you. Give some feasibility. Because I have often seen people setting up goals which are unrealistic and they can't fulfill them. Don't build castles in the air. Your goal should be realistic and easy. Start from easy goals. Slowly you will get into bigger goals. Before I end the video, like I have said at the beginning of the video, I'll repeat it. Time management is all about self-management. For that, I've tried to discuss with you 5 important tips. Tip number 1, check whether your goal is a goal or a desire or a passion. If that is a passion, yes, thumbs up. Cheers. You're going to be successful very soon. If that is just a mere goal, You need to motivate yourself, right? If that is a desire, no. You can't go too long. Desires keep changing. Tip number 2, identify your threats right now. What is taking you backwards? And tip number 3, identify your strengths right now. Remember, every human, every creature is unique in some or the other way. Like Tare Zameen Par. Tip number 4, self-motivation is obvious. Keep motivating yourselves every now and then. And the last but not the least, my dear friends, at least try to have one day planner. Friends, I always say this, I have said it before also. Justice delayed may be denied, but success delayed is never denied. Planning and practice is equal to success. I hope you will get it very soon. Wish you good luck and all the best.